Morning! Welcome to Atheist Church. I have had just an amazing week. It was my birthday last Friday, and my wife and some family members and some wonderful friends all got together and bought me a flip camera. So, not that I have it yet, it's on its way. And then that means that I will be taking the camera out with me to gigs and such a lot more. I will have it in time to take it with me to my gig in New Jersey and my gig in New York. So that's very exciting, and watch for footage from that. I plan to interview some New York atheists and even a New York atheist comedian friend of mine. So should be cool. I also this week got to open for Doug Stanhope, which was absolutely amazing. So his audience just was enthusiastic and exciting. Chaz Hawkins opened the show, and then I featured, and Chaz also was just fantastic. He's a great up-and-coming comic that I suggest you check out. So, and that brings us to Atheist Church. Here we are. Today I wanted to talk about satirical or parody religions. And the most popular right now, everybody knows about, would be the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, or Pastafarianism. Raw men. Great stuff. Originally conceived as a response to creationism. The Flying Spaghetti Monster was actually introduced to me by my Christian brother, who found it absolutely hilarious. My brother, who's a minister, he called me up to ask if I'd seen it yet, and I hadn't, and I looked it up, and wow, just really great stuff. And of course, since that time, I've just watched it grow and grow in popularity, and I think it's fantastic. It's not the first parody religion that I was introduced to, though. I was living in a small town called Roseville, which is a suburb of Sacramento, and I was about 15, and I was walking and I saw a sticker that had a picture of this salesman-looking guy from the 50s with a pipe, and said something, I'm paraphrasing here, but something along the lines of sex, drugs, power, video games, all this and more. Send $1 to the Church of the SubGenius Foundation. And it was an address in Texas. And I didn't send off my dollar, I'm ashamed to say, but I did instantly fall in love. Just how vague it was, and I loved clip art, which at the time hadn't become quite as trendy and overdone as it is now, the old 50s clip art. So I went and looked up Church of the SubGenius. We used to have this thing before Google that they called libraries, and I went into the library and I managed to find some information on the Church of the SubGenius, and then eventually bought the books and everything else. But from what I gather, a person started this church, may or may not have been Ivan Stang, I don't know that he's fessed up to it, and said, had these writings and then put out these stickers, and if you sent $1, you got some of his writings, along with more stickers that you would put up, more people would send $1, and he built this huge religion out of it. Like Pastafarianism, like any great satire religion, was it all a joke? No, there was some really serious social critique in there, and that's what made it so absolutely brilliant. Some great adherents to the church. Devo, Robert Anton Wilson was a big fan. The late, great Buck Naked of Buck Naked and the Bare Bottom Boys. So please check out the Church of SubGenius for some fun stuff. Eventualism, a parody of Scientology. Festivus, of course, from Seinfeld, unless it existed before then, correct me if I'm wrong. Festivus, A Day for the Rest of Us. The Invisible Pink Unicorn, along with Russell's Teapot, just making fun of the fact that nothing can be disproven. Landover Baptist Church, just the most performance-based of any of these parody religions. I love the Landover Baptist Church and their wonderful Fred Phelps parody. Just fantastic speeches. Look up Landover Baptist Church if you aren't familiar already. I'm sure most of you are, but their YouTube clips are hilarious and really great stuff. And I swear, every time they speak, there are people in the audience who think it's real and agree. No matter how extreme he goes, which is actually really scary, but one of the funniest parts about this group. Another favorite of mine is the Church of Google, religion based around the fact that Google is the closest thing that human beings have so far had to a god. You can find out more about that church by looking it up on Google. The Cult of Michael Jackson, is it the parody one or the actual one? I think the Great Pumpkin from Charlie Brown should get more respect. The Western Branch of American Reform Presbyterianism. And then there's the First Church of the Big Giant Baby. That's right, this is the little tiny baby that I held up before. She was for the first 3 months of her life in the 97th percentile in size, but not anymore. She's now officially off the charts. If she doesn't deserve her own religion, I don't know who does. The first church of the big giant baby. Let me translate that. She's saying, worship me, worship me. Go ahead and send your tithes to my parents. They'll make sure I get them. So then there is the First Church of Snay. That is the bizarre group of people who hold the totally irrational belief that Snay Nurani will actually one day finish the opening credits of Atheist Church. There's so many parody religions. So, hey, that's why we have a comment section. And I loved all the video responses. Last week I got like 4 of them. So, you know, let me know about your favorite parody religion and why. And if you're starting your own, promote it here. You're welcome. That would be great. So, yes, I did mention that I'm going to New York. And the information's on my Facebook page as far as where I'm playing. There's a Keith Lowell Jensen fan page on Facebook. You can be my fan. So I'm very, very excited about this trip, and any of you that are out on the East Coast that want to come see me in New Jersey or New York, it would be great to meet you face to face, and maybe I can even pull out the flip camera and you can star in Atheist Church. Thank you much, and I will see you all next week. Oh, and a quick hello and welcome to all the fans of Healthy Addict who came over here from her video on on duck vagina. I'm apparently the expert on duck vagina now. So thank you, Healthy Addict, for sending them all my way, and welcome, and I hope you folks are enjoying being members of our congregation. We'll get back to you later about the hazing. It's kind of brutal, but I think you can take it. Does not involve duck vaginas, I promise.